What up, everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is EverQuest Project 1999. And today we're on the green server. On the level, I think 19 wizard at this point. 19 about to hit 20. Once we get 20, we get new spells. We start to get teleports. They're self-teleports, but I'll take it, you know. Very convenient to be able to be at a camp, get a bunch of loot, teleport somewhere, sell, bind next to your camp, gate back. So I'm excited for it. Plus I get a new like direct damage and whatnot. So we're getting close to level 20, which new spells come out. I think my new direct damage has like a freaking stun on it too. But anyway, this video is more about a really rough start. We have like a super rough start here. We both die, and you know, on the way right here, we're starting with the corpse recovery because I did not record my death. I didn't think it would happen. I was just on my way to Stonebrunt Mountains. That's where we were gonna do our stuff today. And on my way through the Warrens, I died. So I'll explain that to y'all. I'll tell the story. But let's get a little further ahead. Let's get to where at least I'm. Yeah, this will probably be right about here, maybe. Kind of just trying to strategize what we're going to do. He's already in Stonebrunt Mountains. So the plan was to try a different kobold camp in Stonebrunt Mountains. The one that we did originally was like the easiest one. It was like 4 kobolds. We broke it really easily. It was steady. It was nice. But in this one, I really wanted to try like a harder kobold camp with like way more kobolds now that we're higher level and everything. So that was the plan. It was either that or Kara Isle, and I was looking at Kara Isle a little bit, and I was like, I didn't have a lot of time, so started late today, then I die, etc. So we didn't have too much time, so we decided just to go to Stonebrunt and try a different kobold camp, which I wanted to do anyway. At least wanted to do 1 or 2 more videos in Stonebrunt, because like nobody's ever there, and it's a pretty good zone. So, trying to get to Stonebrunt, you know, I'm coming from the Druid Rings, I'm going through the Warrens. Trey's already in Stonebrunt. So I just have to get through the Warrens, which I've done many times. The worst thing that can happen is the kobold sees invisible, pretty much super close to the zone line. Let me make sure this is all brightened up for y'all. Looks okay. And everything's recording okay? Good. I'm gonna minimize OBS though. So, I was making my way through the Warrens, heading towards Stonebrunt. Trey was already there. We were going to do Kobold Camp, blah, blah, blah. So I get most of the way through the Warrens. I'm heading... There's like... So, I'm trying to describe... Like, you go past the water. I'm doing left wall strats. I'm heading towards Stonebrunt. If you do left wall strats in Stonebrunt, you'll make it to Stonebrunt. If you do left wall strats in the Warrens, you'll make it to Stonebrunt. You might see the Cave Bat Lord, you might see Mighty Bear Paw, but that just means you're going the right way. And they can't see through Invis, so it was fine. It's always fine. You just do left wall strats, you make it to Stonebrunt. But a little bit before Stonebrunt, sometimes some of the kobolds will see through Invis. So I've had that happen before, and what normally happens is they'll see me, I'll make a little train to Stonebrunt, but I always make it. And in this occasion, I had so I was feeling like super safe. I had Invis on, I had so on, I know the way. I've gone to Stonebrunt many times now. Like I'm getting more confident. Like I feel like I know the Warrens way better now. I just do left wall strats, super easy. Even if I get seen, I know exactly where to go, and it's not too far away. But anyway, I'll show you in this video. You'll see exactly where I died, or at least I'll tell you. But anyway, a kobold sees through my invis. It was like a huge kobold or something, and it was kind of on the corner of like where there was no way I was going to make it through without him seeing me. He was kind of like in a tight like area where I to get past him, I'm not sure that I would have been able to like avoid being seen. But what happened was he saw me, huge kobold, something like that, sees me, I hightail it for the zone because I have and I know the way, and it's never been a problem before. So I hightail it to the zone. All of a sudden, other kobolds are seeing me, right? So I'm starting to make a little bit of a train. I'm not worried about it, dude. I have so on. I'm doing left wall strats. I know the way. So I wasn't worried about other kobolds seeing me and making a train. I was gonna, you know, Speedy Gonzalez my way to the zone. And I wasn't worried about however many see me or how many are on me or anything like that. So some shamans see me. Do you know what's gonna happen? Put it in the comments. From some greater shaman happened to join the train. And no, it wasn't root. It was blind. So I get blinded, right? And then probably rooted and probably just bang, ganged up upon. So I'm running. Huge kobold sees me. I keep running. Other kobolds are seeing me. I know the way though. I got so on. Some of the other kobolds that see me and join the train are shaman. All of a sudden, my screen goes black. And I was nowhere near the zone line yet. I still had to make like a couple of left-hand turns. I had to find like a little tiny hallway, and so there's no way I could have done it blinded. I wasn't going to be able to like run without being able to see. I wasn't that close. So I just stop. I'm like, all right, the blind's going to wear off eventually. Hopefully I'm far enough out ahead. Hopefully I have enough HP left with this so on that I can make it to the zone line still. Hopefully I'm not rooted. As soon as the blind wears off, I look at my HP bar. I have like 30% HP. Like they beat the crap out of me while I was blind. I hadn't got hit once up until that point. I get blinded. I'm waiting. I hear all this like hear all this battle happening. Like they're beating up my back, I guess, blowing my back out. And when blind wears off, I have like 30% HP. So I start running, but I think I might have been rooted too. I'm not sure because I just die so fast thereafter. Like I see 30% HP and then I'm dead. Like that's pretty much how fast it happened. I didn't have too much time to like do anything. I think I ran maybe like 5 steps and then I died. If even that, like it was all a blur. Like I might have been rooted, but that's the one greater shaman that saw me. Okay, wait. Let's go back a little bit because I'm going to show you exactly where it happened. So up until this point, you're fine usually. Nothing's going to see through invis like right here. Still looks kind of dark, even though I got it turned up. Dang it. I always talk about that crap. Shut up, bro. You go through this door. This is where it happened. Right here. On this corner. So you see this corner right here? There's a huge kobold that stands right here. And he saw through the invis. So when he seen me, I was now visible to the rest of them. So then this one saw me. I'm running along the wall. There's probably even other greater... We'll see what's along the way. But this one saw me like right where I'm standing. Literally. It stands on this corner right here. It's posted up on the corner, dealing Fetty Wap. He's posted on the corner, dealing Fetty Wap. He's got the X-ray vision. So now he sees me. Boom, he hits me. I'm not invis. That the greater shaman sees me. I'm sewed though. I'm running along the wall. I'm running along the wall. Another greater shaman. Another freaking shaman. Look at all the shaman. So all 3 of those shamans see me. Boom, I'm blind, like right there. Maybe here. Somewhere like here. I don't know. I get blinded. So then I'm just like, okay, I just take the hands off the controls. I don't want to run crazily somewhere and die where I don't know where I'm at. So I just take hands off controls. I wait for the blind to wear off, and then I make it like 5 steps and die, or something like that. Or I was rooted. I don't know. There's the Cave Bat Lord. We've seen him many times, though. We've never killed him. I think he's yellow now. Once you hit level 20, we might be able to start killing him. But all the bats are starting to turn green, though. That's unfortunate. Some of these camps aren't designed like super well, you know what I mean? Like if the boss is going to be red, you think the bats would stay blue to where you could get some experience while you're killing the cave bat lord or the mighty bear paw. But I'm afraid a lot of the kobolds are going to be green by the time we were able to kill the bat lord or the mighty bear paw. So yeah, I die. And that's not the only thing that happens early in this video. It's mostly going to be about the deaths, and that was that first death. So what we do is Trey was able to invis up to that huge kobold from the other side, from Stonebrunt, and he was able to kill it. So now nothing was able to see invis, and I was able to he pulled my corpse to the zone line, and I was able to make it through while invisible now because nothing's seeing invis. So That's how we recovered my corpse. But now the idea is, okay, I'm gonna get my stuff back. I'm gonna mend my spells. I'm gonna recover, and then we're gonna go try this really big kobold camp to the right. As soon as you go into Stonebrunt, so as soon as you go into Stonebrunt, there's like a kobold to your left, a kobold to your right, then one further down on the right. Those are pretty good to solo. They're near the zone line, like right outside of this cave. Then further to the right, you have a very big kobold camp. It looks like 3 of them combined into one. So we didn't try it the first time because it was just too many. We were lower level. I think we were level 16 or something. 15, 17, something like that. So now we're 19 and 20. So we're thinking maybe we can handle that bigger camp. We'll have as many as we want. If we can break it, we're going to have as many kobolds as we want. That's what I was thinking. And there's a white in there and like a yellow, maybe. A lot of blues, no greens. Like some of these other ones were starting to turn green. Like every once in a while, there'd be a lesser shaman or a savage kobold that was green, especially once you hit 20. So Trey's 20 here, 20 necromancer. I'm 19, 19 wizard. So I was hoping to do that bigger camp with a lot more kobolds so we could just keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling, and most of them would be blue. We probably never have a green because it's like the biggest, baddest camp with the hardest kobolds in it. So we're gonna go try that, and you're gonna see it's pretty cool. We give it a really good try. Let me put it in 2 times while I'm getting ready here. We're not exactly starting off with a bang with the footage, but I think the story was decent for the me dying. But not a great start. I get to start out with a death and losing experience, but I usually cruise pretty good on this wizard in this group. I usually get good experience no matter what we're doing, especially inside of the Warrens. The Warrens has really good Zim. I was really tempted after dying there to just go back in the Warrens, but we did that last time. I don't want to do that to y'all. I don't want to have like the same stuff back to back. So I'm trying to jump in between like the Warren, Stonebrunt, Kara, the Warren, Stonebrunt, Kara, something like that until we see everything over here, and then we'll probably head out of this area eventually. But still need to see Kara. I still want to see a couple more things in the Warrens, and maybe like 1 or 2 more things in Stonebrunt. There's higher level kobolds like to the north. Forget what they're called, but they're like high plains kobolds or something like that. So they're different. They're named something different, and they're like level 20, level 20 something. So kind of hoping to do those eventually. This is the camp I'm talking about. This big camp right here. It's 2 or 3 camps combined into one. So here's what the problem is going to be. We got burly kobolds, greater kobold shamans. We got evens. We got a bunch right there. Like how many is that? Like if we pull one, how many are going to come? We didn't know at the time, but we knew it was going to be at least 3, maybe 4, possibly 5. So our normal like breaking the camp type of way that we do it is I'll root one, we'll see what comes, and then I'll try to root another one, etc. But we are starting to mess around with Feign Death pulling. Now that he has Feign Death and Snare, like we do start to mess around with that. So we try both. We try both ways. And yeah, you're about to see what happens. Let's do a John Madden replay on it. Still in 2 times, y'all? I think it is. I'm gonna wait until we're like ready, and then I'll put it in 1 times. The last time you saw me, what was we doing? We was probably doing forget the name of the freaking thing. It was the named kobold closest to Stonebrunt. Oh my gosh, Huntmaster Fergal. So last time you saw us, we were doing Huntmaster Fergal. It was very good. I do recommend it. We were like barely keeping our heads above water, but that's kind of what you want because we were getting experience like back to back to back to back to back to back to back. Plus killing a named, but the named wasn't like anything special. He didn't really drop anything, but he was yellow, so every time he would pop, we would get like a ton of experience. It was a challenge. I like to do a challenge when I'm playing this game. I like a challenge. I don't want to be getting power leveled. I don't want to be in like a group where people are carrying me. I like to do duos, trios, solo. Eventually we'll do grouping, but we do grouping, it's probably going to be on my Shadow Knight, like in some high-level zones like Velcator's or Karnor's Castle or something like that. If we do raiding, it's probably going to be on my Necro, maybe. But we're about to attempt to try this gigantic camp. Oh, he's trying to get a level 19 pet right now, so the way that we figured out to do that was I'm level 19, so duh. If I con his pet, if it's even, then he's got a level 19 pet. Because if his pet's level 19, it can dual wield. I'm going to put it in one time so we don't miss anything. So yeah, last time you saw me, we were doing Huntmaster Fergal and the Warrens. And the Warrens is great Zim. Like, we were killing so fast. Like, I got a bunch of experience that time. Almost a whole level, I think. A ding 19. All right, so the idea, we're going to kill the ones by the zone line first because we're worried that we're going to have to run to the zone line. And if we're running to the zone line, we don't want other 3 more to join in. If we already got 4 or 5 on us and we're hightailing it to the zone line, that means something went wrong. We're probably already missing HP. We don't want to also have 3 other ones join in while we're running to the zone line. So we're going to kill these 3 by the zone line first before we try to pull this camp. Say, yeah, kill those 3, then we'll try the camp. He's still trying to get a level 19 pet. Speed it up. Got a lot of footage for you today. It's like 2 hours plus, so we're probably not going to watch the whole thing. All the most exciting stuff happens at the beginning. So I'm mostly going to show the death here and the attempt at this big camp, and then I'll show y'all where we end up, and then some of that. But probably going to be about an hour of the 2. It's 2 hours and 15 minutes. That's how long we played. At least, like, we were playing a little bit before that too. Mostly just me dying though. I think we played for about, I don't know if I recorded the whole session, but somewhere between 2 and 3 hours is how long. Over 2 hours, but not quite 3, I think, is how long we played today. Kind of like what I like to do. I want to play more than 2 hours, but I normally can't play more than 3 hours type of stuff. All right, I think he got his pet, so I'll put it in 1 times. We're going to kill these 3. These 3 are very good for soloing. They all come solo. They're right next to a zone line. They're good until level 20. I was able to solo these after this session. So we do this session, I die, and then we settle in and we're killing stuff. I get some decent experience, but I still fall short of my level by like a bubble or 2. So after this session, I soloed these 3 that we're killing right now. I would sit on the other side of the entrance to the Warrens, and I would like kill the first one, put it on a timer, then I'd kill the other 2, and then once you kill the other 2, it really doesn't matter if you kill the first. They all come solo, so I just set a timer just to know, like, when it was popping. You kill the first one, you set a timer. You kill the second one, you kill the third one. All you got to do is kill the third one before your timer goes off. You don't really have to be killing the first one right when it pops or anything like that, because they're all solo pools. It wouldn't really matter, but just the way I was doing it, I wanted to know when the first one was popping, because I was going through its spawn point to kill the second one and the third one. Right, killing a Savage Kobold. I think I try to con more, man. Like, I want to know exactly. Like, sometimes these are green, especially for Belphegor, but for me, I think they were mostly blue. Like, the lesser Kobold Shamans might be green. But we're trying to play it safe. We are doing something dangerous. We're pulling a big camp that we passed on before, and we know we're going to get 3, 4, 5 Kobolds. We're hoping we can root them and kill one, and then kill another, and then keep them rooted and break the camp, and then have as many as we want to pull. Especially like static spawns. You don't have to go looking for stuff. Like, it's nice when you have a big camp of static spawns that spawn and just stand there, because then you know exactly where to go to pull from. Like, if you have to go out into the wild to pull, it might take you a couple of minutes to find something. Or you might get 2 on you or 3 on you. If you have like a static camp, and you have like 10 of them spawning in this static camp, and you can break it to where they're spawning every minute or two. You know exactly where to go, it becomes like this rotation of experience. And it's super satisfying to like break a camp and then not have to break it again after that because you did so good breaking it the first time. And it's like a nice progression of like survive the first pool, kill something, survive the second pool, killed something. Finally, you got like something, something you can deal with. You kill the third thing, fourth thing, fifth thing, 16th, 17th, whatever, how many things you're doing. And then the second time through, you got to kind of like break them even more and like, okay, we're going to kill this one a little bit slower. We're going to wait on this one. We're going to let this one live for a little bit. We're going to kill this one in a minute. And then like by the third time through, you actually got it. So it's pretty fun to break a camp, and I was really hoping we could do this one, but I don't know, man. We might have to both be level 21 or 22 before we could, because you're about to see. Rough start. All right, so the first time we're going to try with me rooting. We're about to see how that goes. I think we try to get full mana first. Jeez Louise, that's as bright as I can get it. I don't know if it's my monitor. Sometimes it looks better on like my TV, but like on my phone it'll be super dark, and then on my laptop I don't know, y'all. I'm trying. I can't brighten it up any more than this because then this stuff over here like blows out too much. The other stuff I've been playing Quarm a little bit. I've been playing EverQuest like more than I was a week or two ago, but still not like every single day. I need to get back into it, but like goal, 50 likes, you guys. You got like 2 weeks left. I think we're really close. Go back and check some of those early March videos and double check if you hit like on them. If we hit 50 likes, I might stream this Saturday. If y'all can go get it like right now, like today a video is coming out. If you guys can get this one to 50, I'll stream. If you can get any of the freaking videos from March to 50, I'll stream. Last I checked, we didn't have any, but I haven't checked yet today, and I don't know if I checked yesterday. But we was like, I don't know, 1 or 2 away last time I checked. So you guys were really close, but weren't there yet. All right, so it gets resisted. If that didn't get resisted, we might have been good. We might have been cool. I stand there and I got one. I got one, but now I got 3 on me. And I'm a wizard. So if this hits, I might be okay. Nope, gets interrupted. If this hits, I might be okay. Nope. If this hits, maybe. Nope. All right, I keep getting interrupted. I finally get one, but now look at my health. I'm not giving up quite yet, but I'm running closer to the zone line because as soon as I get to like 20%, I'm going to be running slow as hell. All right, he actually gets them off me. All right, here comes another one, though. Boom, hits me. Wasn't able to... It looks like I did root it. I don't know. But I start running to the... Look at my HP. There's no way I can stay there. Elfagor seems to be doing okay. I don't know that we killed anything, Like, I don't see any experience pop up yet. He's probably just having trouble dealing with all that. I think I had 1 or 2 rooted, but they break root. I'm trying to bind wound while he's out there fighting. There's another root breaking. That's probably the straw that broke the camel's back out there. Yeah, here he comes. Luckily, I did not get him killed. He tells me to zone, so I zone. And we survived there. But this is not clickbait. That was just the first attempt, so bear with me. If you want to see a death, you're about to see one. But is it me or is it him? Is it both of us? How does it happen? That almost worked, honestly. The rooting almost worked. I threw the first root and it resists. If it didn't resist, I only would have had 3 running at me. And then I could have rooted another one. And if I only have 2 beating on me, that's not as bad as like what had happened there. Then he could peel 1 off of me, and I only got 1 on me. Now I root that one, and we have 1 isolated with 3 rooted. I would probably have to go back to the first one and reroot it, and I don't know that I'd be able to do that quick enough before it breaks root and starts running at me too. Like, I'm probably going to have 1 beating on me. Best case scenario, like I'm going to go from this one to that one to that one beating on me while I'm rooting them. But in the time that I'm doing that, hopefully he can kill one, and then whatever one's beating on me, he can peel off of me, and then I can root the other two and like keep them rooted and stuff. But it just wasn't working. Right here, I was hoping he didn't die. Like I didn't know if he was like he zoned and then went AFK or what. I was kind of like, oops. I mean, I didn't have much HP. I could have like killed that thing maybe, but I assume since we both just zoned that he was still there. But I was a little bit worried sitting here right here. I was like, oh man, I hope he was present. But yeah, I go for the root. It resists. I probably should have just ran to the zone line when it resists and tried again. But I always try to stand in there and try to make it happen. But we survived that time. That was fine. But it almost worked, dude. I was so dang it. If that first root would have hit, if any of those other roots would have hit, I got interrupted so many times, and like root was breaking super early on when I did hit it. I don't know, man. At least I get to get bind wound up a little bit, I guess. Look on the bright side. But see how he finally zones? I'm like, dude. I thought maybe like he was over there dying. He has a ton of HP. He must have killed it. I bet you he killed it. But we got to try again now. So I'm going to put it in 2 times because you don't need to see me like sitting here recovering. Oh, what else have I been doing? I've been playing Quarm on my Beast Lord. I finally figured out PQDI, which is honestly right now, I would say that's better than the Project 1999 wiki. Have you guys been having trouble with the P99 wiki? The P99 wiki is great and I love it. It's 99% right. It's if you need something, you can find it. It's easy to use, the maps and like easy to use. All the guides on there. Like I love the P99 wiki. It's like one of my favorite places to go on the internet. But lately when I've needed it, when I'm playing, when I'm trying to look up a zone timer or I'm trying to look something up, like half the time the website's down, like you can't even access it. Like what's going on there? Somebody said in my comments that 2 of the developers of P99 are playing on Quarm now. What's up with that, bro? You gonna go play the anyway? I'm not like when I'm talking. I'm not like talking crap about Quarm. You know, it's just not like nobody can say it's harder than P99 is all. And and if you say it's easier than P99, you're not wrong. And it's not. I'm not disparaging. I'm not like talking down on it, saying it'd be like saying Bloodborne's easier than Dark Souls or something. You know what I mean? Like they're both awesome. It'd be like saying Doggy Style's better than Missionary. You know what I mean? Like they're both awesome. I'll play Project Quarm. It's EverQuest. I'll play it. But the hero's journeys, like you went with the wrong, you know, you got surprised, jump scared. You tried to pay somebody and you got jump scared. You know what I mean? That's what the hero's journey is. But Project Quarm is like missionary instead of doggy style or something. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like talking down on it. I love it. I'm playing it right now. I'm having fun with it. It's EverQuest. It's still hard. You can do hardcore. You can do solo self-found, right? So you can make it hard. But dude, you developed P99 and you're playing a different game when there's something like it's almost the same thing. What the hell? That'd be like you're the developer for Dark Souls. I don't know why I always use Dark Souls. Like one of my favorite games. You're the developer of Dark Souls and you're playing Hollow Knight or something. You're playing some newer like clone of it. What's up with these people, dude? Like there's no loyalty. Like Monsters and Memories would kind of be like a different story. That's not like a clone of your game. And I know it's an emulator. Like I don't know. You played EverQuest back in the day, P99. So it's a little hypocritical. They're playing Project Quarm now. They just jump from thing to thing to thing, I guess. How most people are. I'm a little bit more loyal than that. But sometimes that's not a good thing. I'm not saying that's the end all be all. But I can't believe somebody said that in my comments. So I don't know if it's true or not. But they said it in a way like the developers, two of the developers of P99 are no longer involved because they're too busy playing Project Quorum. I don't know if that's exactly the truth or not, but seems a little panty waste to me, but you know, whatever. Thank you for helping with P99. So now that makes me think like, why is the wiki always down? Are we gonna like what's up with P99? Are people like just as many people that play Project Quorum play P99? So it's still like let's not abandon, let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater. Let's not stop supporting P99 because there's Project Quorum out there. The same amount of people play both games. I know Project Quorum, like, it technically probably has a couple of more people every day if you do an equation the right way and you say these caveats. But literally, if you look at the server, and this is how many are on Quorum and this is how many on P99, it's so close, like all the time. All right, we got to watch this. Sorry. Let me put it in 1x because this is. I love feign death pulling. I think it's a beautiful sight to behold, and it feels really good when it works. And we was doing it against the Geonids and with my Shadow Knight. Now Trey's about to be doing it, and it's kind of cool to see, like, not being the person that's doing it. We tried root the first time. It dang near worked. All that happened was I got resisted. So now we're going to try feign death pulling. Why is it so freaking dark? I get so annoyed with it being so dark. I can't stand it. I got freaking dark. I got heat vision. I got heat sight on. I got it turned up to 150. All right, here we go. So he snared one. This is the one he snared. Right? Because it's running slower. He feigned death. Feigned death. Boom. Works. So all these, forget about them, pretty much. This one's snared. So the reason this works is because the one that he snared, all of these kobolds are going to walk back to their camp because they have no reason to run back. There's now no threat. I mean, they jog back, whatever you want to say. They're not like running at top speed, right? So this one is going to run like this fast back to the camp, but since it's snared, it's just standing there like it's rooted pretty much. But now I'm going to let him know when that one settles in and it stops moving, and then he can stand up and I'm letting him know. Okay, he's probably good, because if you stand up too quick, then everything's going to run back to you. So now the one that he snared is the only one that we have. So we're starting to break the camp. It worked. I told him to park his pet by the zone line, because pets sometimes mess with feign death pulling. The worst things for feign death pulling are casters, because that's like a fly in the ointment. You can do it, but it's hard, especially if there's multiple casters. And then your pet is a fly in the ointment a lot of the times. If you're in a dungeon and you can't park them somewhere far away, it's kind of tough. So you probably just should not have a pet until you're done breaking the camp. But you want your pet. It's like a conundrum with the necromancer. Like, you want your pet. It's that little extra security, that extra damage, that extra, warm blanket. But when you're feign death pulling, he's just annoying. Even when you're just pulling in general. If you're running out to pull something, your pet always wants to come a running. Old Sniff come a running. All right, so we killed one. It worked the first time. I gotta see what happens here, because this is the time. This is where it happens, y'all. He's snaring one. It's like there's nothing you can do though. Like, what you gonna do? I guess I would snare this one, but the problem is this one's closer to other things. And I can't. If I root, the same thing would have happened probably. I guess I could have rooted one and then like ran to the zone line and zoned, and then he could have maybe snare pulled one and then feigned death. I don't know. It was too much. Like I'd already died. We had already started late because of me. Okay, he's feign death pulling, but look, this time there's a caster. He feigns death. Boom, he gets hit by a spell. Need to stand up. Stand up. Ah! I root one, but it didn't hold or something. Oh, it resisted. Dang it. But I got this burly on me from rooting, I guess. I did get to root one. He's running to the zone line. Man, he's so close. Like, why are they hitting him so hard? Why all of a sudden did he lose like an entire bubble? That's stupid. Because look how close he got. It almost looks like he made it. He kind of saves my life there. I was trying to save his life, but he saved my life. I mean, if I didn't do anything, I would have been fine, but I was trying to help by rooting. The caster got him. Man, that happens. You know what I mean? Freaking happens. If a caster comes, I don't know that he even could tell that there was a caster, right? So the first time he did it, it was all warriors. So the second time he does it, why would there all of a sudden be a caster? That's what I would be thinking. And like, how are you supposed to know? You hit one with snare, you're probably like getting ready to feign death. I don't know, man. As soon as you see that freaking shaman casting, you got to kind of wait until you get hit and then you feign death. But it's hard to do in the heat of the moment when all of a sudden you got a caster that you weren't expecting. So that's happened to me so many times. Like, I've died to casters like that, feigning death. I think, remember in the Split Paw? It happened in Split Paw. It happened to me in Guck before. It's happened to me a lot. I've had that happen. Kazakh Thule. I can remember a bunch of times it's happened to me, so it's even worse when you have multiple casters because they're hitting you at different times, and then the other one's casting again by the time. So you're trying to wait for like a window where, because if they even start casting, you're screwed. So there's so much time where you can't feign death. You have to feign death like right after they hit you. You have to get hit and then feign death, like you fall over from getting hit, pretty much. You almost have to be casting it, anticipating getting hit, and then your cast goes off right after you get hit. So you can't even just like cast it right after you get hit. You kind of have to cast it anticipating you're going to get hit and then be halfway through your cast when you get hit and then you fall. That's the best way to do it, but it's so hard to do it that way that you kind of just wait. They hit you with the spell, you feign death, but you know it takes time to feign death. So in the time that you're casting feign death, they might start casting again. And if they even start casting on you, it doesn't matter. If you feign death, they're going to finish their cast and they're going to hit you. And then you're laying there and you get hit and everybody knows you're not really dead because you got hit by a spell. So now everything's beating on you. That's tough, man. It's tough to, I guess, I wonder if he had ran into this tunnel right here, but he didn't know there was a caster, right? So the only other thing he could have done is maybe cut the corner and then hit feign death, but he would have to be way out ahead of the caster. But the caster stopped to cast. So, but he was probably trying to make the zone line. I would have done the same thing. There's hindsight's 20/20, right? So just saying, like, if it ever happens again, he probably doesn't need tips. Like he had a monk. His monk's like level almost 60, so he knows how to feign death and everything. But yeah, freaking casters, bro. You almost have to be casting feign death. Like they start casting their spell. When they get halfway through their spell, you start casting feign death. Boom, you get hit by their spell. Bang, your feign death goes off after that. Then you hit the ground, and you hope it actually works, because sometimes you fall to the ground too. The pets can F with it. Casters really F with it. You know, it failing. There's all kinds of stuff. So he's got to make his way back, so there's probably going to be a lot of downtime here as he runs back from, I think, Toxelia. So I'll skip ahead a little bit. I'm going to go look. I'm looking to make sure I'm like scouting back into the Warrens to make sure there isn't something that sees through invis, because I don't want the same thing to happen to him that happened to me, you know? Not sure I was much of a help here. He was probably already past the spot. Like, I'm rechecking the spot where the thing saw me because something else would respawn there, right? And it could be the same thing again. It would be on that corner right there, so that doesn't see. I guess I did okay because he wasn't by that yet, I don't think. That's the spot where it saw me. Pretty sure. And see how close that is? There's no way you can run by that. Maybe if you, like, rub your butt cheeks against the wall, like, maybe. But now he's got to run through the Warrens. Now he died. Now we both died. What a great start. Rough start. Double death before we even get started. Now what? You know, now what? At this point, I was like, man, maybe we should just go into the Warrens. There's good Zim. Like, we had a good time last time. Maybe we'll just do Huntmaster Fergal again. The video, I don't know if I'd put it out at that point if we did the same thing again, but we did take the 2 deaths, and it is kind of interesting, so I don't know, you know? But he's back. He's looting his corpse, and we're done with that. We're done with that camp. We almost died the first time. We were successful once with a feigned death pool, and then the second time the stupid casters came, so that's just going to happen again. I don't know. I don't know. We could have probably done it if we had kept trying and trying and trying, and if we had more time. But since we didn't have too much time, I didn't want to mess with it. I was just trying to find some experience. This little camp right here, we passed on the first time too. We passed that one. We kept going, and there's another one past that one that's a little bit easier. But after the failure at this camp here, I wasn't really trying to mess with anything that was too tough. You got this one here that's kind of a little bit off the bigger one, but there's still like 5 kobolds and casters and stuff, and they're probably all going to come. It's not too bad. We could have tried that one, but I'm looking at all our options, you know? There's another one way down here on the right that I'm going to go check. There's quite a few. I haven't seen all of them yet. I think there's one more that I haven't seen. So it could be, if I would have kept going, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out where he's, or actually I'm looking out into the wild there. Like, dang, there's a lot right there, man. A lot of stuff right there, dude. I wonder if we just pull from there, you know? The only thing you have to worry about if you pull from there is like the ancients. I think if you like kill too many leopards, or you kill too many snakes, or you kill too many of whatever, like there's a really, 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 really low chance that you could get an ancient. But I don't know if it's even worth worrying about because it's such a low chance. And I don't even really know how it works. So there's a lot of kobolds out there too that you could pull, and those don't spawn ancients. So all right, so a little bit further down here, there's another kobold camp. So that's what I'm gonna go take a peep at, see if we could maybe try it. Ooh, I get to break my fast, y'all. I'm on 16 and a half hours right now. I don't know why I'm talking about that. We got ferocious kobolds here. There's one in the tent. There's another one in this tent. So there's like 5. There's a bunch running around outside the camp. I wasn't feeling it, especially after we each died once, and that's the whole problem. Like I've been saying, like we didn't have a lot of time, so we didn't have time to fail again. So whatever we do next has to work, and we have to start getting experience now, or this is going to be a bust. So whatever we do next, it just has to be a no-brainer that works. So I'm not trying to break a camp. I'm not trying to do none of that. And I see all this wildlife out here, so that's what we eventually do. We start killing the wildlife out here. Takes us a minute to get back together, like to figure out where I am and get him to me. But eventually we try like right there. There's like a little nook in the wall, and we kind of chill in the nook, and then we go out into the field and pull. Because stuff will come pretty close to the nook, but if you're back in the nook, it won't aggro you. As long as you don't have like something, if you're fighting something by the edge of the nook, you might get an ad. Or if you have something rooted by the edge of the nook, you might get an ad. But if you're fighting something in the nook, you're not going to get an ad. You see how they run by? But if you're back in it, you should be good. Like, we were good the whole time. We never got an ad. I think we got an ad like once, but it was because we were fighting outside of the nook. But you're about to see, this is the camp for the day. We're going to try this. This little nook here pulling from the wild. There's so many things running around out there. It's like, I don't think it ever takes him more than like a minute to pull something. We kill something, he goes out there. It was seconds before he came back with something else. You know how sometimes when you're going out in the wild, it's taking you like 2-3 minutes to find something, and it takes you 30 seconds to run out there and 30 seconds to run back, and now it took you like 4 minutes to find something? Well, that's what was good about this. It never happened. He was back within a minute every single time. So I recommend it. I think it's cool. The only thing to mention is the ancients, and when you're pulling, be careful that you don't get multiples. But like the leopards aren't going to add on to the kobolds, and the kobolds aren't going to add on to the leopards and stuff like that. You just can't be seen by two of them at the same time, or be pulling a kobold past a kobold, or a leopard past a leopard, or anything like that. But otherwise, pretty cool. You got emerald snakes, you got leopards, you got kobolds, and you got wisps. Ooh, the snake is red, but it's indifferent, so it doesn't care about me. The Kajek leopardess is ready to attack, but it's blue. Lots of wildlife we could just kill. Said watch an ancient spawn, and I was cool with that. Like, that is a possibility. It's like a really, really low chance. We'd probably have to kill like 100 leopards to get a freaking ancient to spawn. But if it did, dude, I got it on video, and that'd be cool. I wouldn't care. I'd like to get an ancient on video, even if it kills us. But this is what we end up attempting. Probably watch this for about 15 minutes or so. Neither one of us ding or anything. I'll just show you the concept of the camp, and then it's just that, and nothing too crazy happens. No ancient spawn. Neither one of us dies. We're just killing. Let's put it in one times. Was out there and pulls our first one. He's got a savage kobold. His pet's here. I hit it with the lightning. 113 damage. I'm whacking it with my stick. Sometimes I'll do damage shield. So with my wizard, no, I do heat sight because of recording. I don't really need it too bad to see, actually. I don't really need it for that, but for the recording, I try to do heat sight. It doesn't seem to help very much, but I think it helps a tiny bit. I got shielding on, so of course, why not? It's a buff. If I'm doing something crazy, I'll put on shield skin. Like when I was pulling that camp with Root, I think I had shield skin on, which is like a little bit of a, 100 damage absorbed or 50 damage absorbed, so it'll take a hit or two before it starts actually hitting me. But it costs like a cat's eye gate or something, so I don't always do it. So that's not usually on, but resistant skin I might do. That's a little bit of extra, like mitigation from, more resistance. Got a kobold wanderer here. I do that. Damage shield the pet sometimes. Pet's fighting, tanking. I might damage shield it. The damage shield actually lasts through an entire fight now. Like when I first got that damage shield, you would cast it on yourself, you would pull something. By the time the thing got to you, the damage shield would wear off. It was kind of annoying and really hard to use. You might get like one hit out of it. But now that the more you level, the longer it lasts. It still only does like 2 damage, but I mean, if you get it cast on something right away and it lasts the whole fight, it might add up to like a good 40 damage or something of like passive damage, which is always nice. So I guess Kobold Wanderers are healers. Dang, I really gotta pee. Hold on a sec, yeah. Alright, I'm back. I didn't really even have to tell you all that, did I? TMI. When I'm live streaming, I have to tell them because, it's live. I'll be drinking a lot of water. Ever since the new year, I've been trying to get my 8 bottles in, or however many ounces you're supposed to drink compared to how much you weigh type stuff. I've been fasting a little bit. I just started that. The only reason I'm doing that, I'm not trying to lose weight. Like, I'm completely fine with my weight. I'm probably like 10 pounds. I could probably lose 10 pounds maybe. Like, I'm super fine with it. I think I'm happy with how I look. You know what I mean? Like, 10 pounds out of the belly would be great, but really not that bad. I'm trying to do it for like feeling better, energy, health. I don't know. Trying it. You know why? Because it's so easy for some reason fasting is so easy for me. Like, I don't know why. Like, other people have trouble with it, and I'm not saying it's easy like in general. I'm just saying for me, for some reason it's really easy to fast. Cuz like you start at night. So you eat dinner and you just remember the last time you ate, right? So if you eat dinner at like 5 or 6, and then you just remember, all right, I stopped eating at 6. And for me, like I can't eat at night. If I eat at night, I have acid reflux. So Like, I don't really eat at night. I've, like, learned my lesson type stuff. Like, I used to just do it anyway, and then I would pay for it later in the night when I can't sleep. And it didn't always happen. Like, when I was younger, I didn't have it as bad. But, like, the older and wiser I got, you know, I'd start to put two and two together. Like, okay, every time I eat past, like, 7 or 8, like, I'm having acid reflux, and it's annoying. And sometimes it's horrible, dude. If you've never had it before, like, you're sleeping, and all of a sudden, you're, like, choking. It sucks. So it's kind of scary sometimes. I'm like, I don't want to deal with that. You know what I mean? So I stopped eating after like 7. Sometimes I'll have like something small and, you know, I just drink a bunch of water, maybe take some Pepto and I'm good. But I'm not gonna like take medicine just so I can eat. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just not eat. I think Americans are too, I'm American, by the way. I'm not saying, I just think we're too obsessed with the eating like all the time. There's been people that don't eat for a whole year. You know, I'm not saying you should do that, but I think fasting's easy. Just I don't eat late at night because of acid reflux, and then in the morning I'm not like a breakfast person. I'm not like a early morning eater. Like even if I didn't eat all night, like I don't wake up wanting to eat right away. So like yeah, I could eat up until like 8 o'clock if I really wanted to, and I could eat at like 8 in the morning if I really wanted to, but that's still like 12 hours right there. So it's pretty easy just to add 2 hours onto either side of it. Stop eating at 6, starting eating at 10 a.m. Like supposedly it's good for you. Like good for you. Like I heard a couple people I watch on YouTube. Like one dude's doing it, and then like George St. Pierre really like made me want to try it because he's like a freaking champion, like an amazing, awesome person. Like and he said it changed his life when he started fasting, and he was already like a UFC fighter. Um, so I said to myself, I'm like, dude, I already do like 10 to 12 hours easy. Why don't I try to do 16? And right now I'm on like 16 and a half, and I'm not even like I can eat right now if I want to, and I don't even really care. I'm going to, but due to what I did yesterday, though, I just ate way too much when I could eat all of a sudden, so that's a problem I gotta fix. Not like eat a ton when or when it's time to eat. But anyway, I know none of y'all want to hear about that, but that's why I have drinking a bunch of water. That's why I had to go pee. I don't know. But yeah, this camp right here, I kind of recommend it. It's cool if you don't want to mess with the cold bulge, you don't want to break any camps. You could solo right here, pretty easy. You just got to be careful when you go out to pool, not to pull multiple things. As far as what I was doing in this duo, I would let him pull. I would damage shield his pet, and then sometimes I would do like a small nuke first. That way I wouldn't get aggro, and then I would do my big nuke to make it walk. I love doing that. It's one of my favorite things. Like knock it into walking away range. It feels so satisfying. It's like there's so many satisfying things in this game if you do them right. Pooling, crowd control, all kinds of stuff. You know, charm fighting. And then just like if you're doing your spells right, feels good sometimes. Like to hit your big nuke and knock them to just enough health where they are no longer hitting anybody and they're starting to run away. It's so satisfying. It means you got like the best. You started casting at the perfect time and you got the most out of your nuke. You just the most like what could be more valuable than knocking them into range of them running away? You know what I mean? Unless it's like if you're in a dungeon, you don't really want them running, I guess you could finish them off. But when it's somewhere safe and they're snared, it's really good. It's really good feeling. So I love nuking them right to where they're. I don't always do it, but when I do it, it feels good. You know, just nuke them to where like 20% or whatever. Like nuke them from 50 to 20% to where they only got to fight us for half of their health bar. For real. You know what I mean? Feels good. Sometimes I'll do my big nuke early. It depends. Sometimes I'll jump in and hit them with my stick. If I'm like low on mana, but I want to help in the fight, my stick hits pretty hard. I miss a lot, but I'll hit for 20 here and there, you know. I think it's like 10 damage, 10 something. It's a baton. I should probably stop using the baton eventually. I got more stats I could put on. But I still like to get up and whack every once in a while. Alright, so he just pulled. I was meditating. I go for the low. the 83 damage nuke. Then I kind of wait a little bit, you know, get a tick or two of mana. I always like to get a tick of mana before I cast. I don't want to jump up and miss a tick and then waste, you know, lose mana. Then boom, 123, that's my biggest nuke. And it almost put it into walking range. There it goes. So it's pretty close. It's like when it's doing this, why would you nuke it? It's like a waste of mana. Like sometimes I will if it's getting a little bit too far out there, but if it's snared, I think Trey should snare every single time. And re-snare if it's towards the end of the fight if he has to. Like on my Shadow Knight and on my Necro, snare is a must, and like keeping it on enemies is a must. That way they don't get away. You don't get ads ever. And I think he's doing that. I'm not 100% sure, but keeping snare on. Like if you snare early, you got to snare late too, because it doesn't last the whole fight. But pulling, when I pull, sometimes I'll pull a snare, but sometimes I'll pull with something else, because if you pull a snare, it takes the enemy forever to get there. So if you pull with something else, hightail it back to the group, and then you put all your other dots on it first, and then you put snare on it last, then normally you only have to snare once. But if you snare it first and you pull a snare, you usually have to snare again before it runs. The snare is awesome. I mean, that lets, like, when the enemy gets to 20% and it's a runner, the fight's over. You only have to fight 80% of the enemy's HP. If you root it, now you have to fight it for 100% of its HP. So snare is awesome. You snare it. You only have to get it down to 20%, and then it's running away super slow, or it's just got its back to you. And then it doesn't hit anybody, and you can just finish it off without using any mana or HP. It's super cool. Snare saves so much mana, and it saves people's lives too. Snare doesn't let the enemy get out and get to its friends. Snare, if you have to run, they're not going to catch up to you. Snare helps with feign death, pulling. And then Snare, when the fight's almost over, it helps save HP, it helps save mana, because the enemy turns around and it can't run away. It's trying to run. If you root it, it's going to fight back because it knows it can't run. But if you snare it, it tries to run and it can't, but it doesn't know that it can't run. So it's like just turning its back to you and just standing there, and you can just beat it up, and you don't have to use mana or HP to kill it. So you're only really using mana and HP for 80% of its health instead of 100% of its health. It's super smart. I love Snare. Snare's awesome. The mana saver. Just because the enemy's almost dead. If you don't snare it, then it's going to hightail it out of there, and it might go get a friend. If you root it, it's going to fight back until the bitter end, until it's dead to 0%. But if you snare it, it stops fighting at 20%, and then you don't have to use any more HP or mana. And you're safe, because it can't get away. Got a Kajek Leopard. Some of these were even at 19. But I think most of them were blue. I don't think he pulled anything green. Like most of it was blue or yellow or white. We got a leopard this time. Here comes my big nuke. Trying to make it walk. Didn't exactly get it done, but I think I was casting after a mana tick or something. Alright, we're going with the smaller nuke, I think. Maybe. I didn't get to see what I did there. If I have mana, I'll just do big nukes, but like I was saying, I'll damage shield sometimes. I keep shielding on myself. I keep heat sight on myself. When he pulls, I might damage shield his pet, and then sometimes I'll do my 83 damage nuke first, and then I'll wait a couple of ticks, and then I'll do my big nuke. Sometimes he's beating its ass so bad that all I do is my big nuke because I don't have time for the smaller nuke. And sometimes, like if I'm low on mana, I'll jump in and just whack it with my stick. Sometimes if his pet's low on health, I'll jump in and take some hits. Because I can, I'm a wizard, but I can lose 20% or 30% of my HP and get it back while I'm meditating. So I don't mind taking a few hits to save his pet from taking a little bit of damage, Same thing he does. He jumps in to help his pet sometimes. I'm going to jump in and do it too sometimes. We got to utilize all of our bars, I got an HP bar and I have a mana bar. Trey has an HP bar, Trey has a mana bar, and his pet has an HP bar. We got 5 bars, and they're all going down. But whatever one has the most in it, we might as well utilize, right? So if his pet is at half health, Trey is at half health, Trey is at half mana, and I'm at half mana, what bar is the biggest? My HP. So why not run in there, take some hits, and whack it with my stick? Because when I sit down to meditate, I'm going to be getting HP back anyway. Why not utilize at least like 20% of my... I'm not going to take like a bunch of hits because it'd be hard to get some HP back if I get down to like 40%, but I'm willing to take like 20% of my HP or 30%. I just think it's smart to utilize every bar and not just my mana bar and not just his mana bar. Of course, I want to sit and get mana back. And like me jumping up to hit something does like prevent me from getting mana back. But when I'm sitting, I'm also getting HP back. So why not every once in a while? I'm talking like once every 5 fights. I jump up, whack it with my stick, take a little bit of damage. Like right here, I'm doing it right here. I think his pet was low. So I wanted to take a couple of hits, whack it with my stick. We're talking about Gems of War, or I am in the comments there. That's the other reason I don't get to play a bunch of EverQuest. If EverQuest made more money for me, dude, I don't know. I don't know what would happen. It'd be interesting to see. If anybody out there wants to make that happen, it'd be interesting to see. If 10 of y'all all of a sudden started giving me super chats, super stickers, and we started streaming and making money, it'd be interesting to see. I mean, I am pretty loyal, but I could see a world where we end up only playing EverQuest, but it just has to happen a certain way, you know what I mean? Like the Gems of War community would have to totally give up on me, and the EverQuest community would have to pick up where they left off, type of stuff. Be nice to just have both for once. I can never have multiple things going good at the same time. That's just my life. If one thing's going good, the other thing's going bad. That's just no matter what I'm doing in life. That's how nothing ever goes good all at the same time. But stuff is definitely always going bad all at the same time. But usually it's like one thing's going good and the other thing's going terrible. And then if the other thing starts doing good, then the other thing starts going terrible. Or they're both doing bad. I can never have it in my life to where both things are going good. Just never happens. I got like super lucky with uh Mrs. Sinny and like beautiful children, and that's where all my luck is. Because everywhere else, I got shitty luck. So don't feel jealous or even bad for me. Like I got it good in the woman department, in the children department, but I have it bad pretty much everywhere else. So I could go back in time. Like I try to tell my stepson all the time, money is all that matters. Like not literally, but to get everything else, all you need is money. Like you don't have to be chasing tail like late teens, early 20s. That's like all I did. But the key to that is having money. Like eventually, like who cares? You don't need it until you're 25 or 30. Like it doesn't have to like men are so like testosterone and hormones and everything. You think that's all you want, especially when you're between like 15 and 25. You think that's like the whole world is that. But if you get a good job and you get a bunch of money, like you're going to get that. And then money matters for everything in the world for the rest of your life. So I try to just, hey, bro, focus on, be nice if you could go into a trade or go to a trade school or, do something cool that makes lots of money. Like you'll get everything else if you can do that, pretty much. Now, it's not 100% true because my brother did that and my brother makes good money. This is what sucks. This is what sucks, dude. My brother's awesome. Like he used me as an example, right? And he did everything the right way based off of me. I did everything the wrong way and backwards. So I feel like my younger brother, he's like almost 2 years younger than me. He did everything the right way. Like went to a trade school. He got a good job. He's making good money. Like I got a house and I had kids and then I got a house and then I lost the house and then I now I'm in a townhome, but everything's getting better. It's just slowly. I did everything backwards. I got a house when I was like 20 instead of like when I was 30, so I wasn't ready for it and everything. Well, what happened to him was he got a divorce, and now he has to give half of his money to a woman that he doesn't even live with anymore. So now he's got half the money. So, I mean, you gotta watch out for that too, I guess. I'm lucky that that's never happened to me. I mean, we broke up for a little bit, but we're not married. I don't know, we're pretty much married, but anyway, you guys don't need to know all that. We might as well be common law married, even though that's not a thing. We've been together so long and we have kids together and stuff, but I don't know. We're gonna get married one day. But then I look at my brother and I'm like, dang, dude, you gotta give half, half your all your money? That's bullcrap. That lady just sat there and did nothing, and he did all the work. I mean, she does have the kids, but he has the kids half the time. Why has he got to give her half his money if he's got the kids half the time? It don't make sense. But it is what it is. I don't know. Used to living a certain lifestyle, I guess, for, you know, 10% of your life, five, whatever, 20% of your life, you're used to living a certain way. So now you get to live that way for the rest of your life. It's weird. I kind of feel bad, man. He's a good dude and he did everything the right way, and it's still like he's still got to give half his money to some pretty much person he doesn't even like now. You know what I mean? Like, and he didn't do. I don't think he did anything wrong. I don't know the whole story, right? But anyway, EverQuest, y'all. Savage Kobold. Damage Shield the Pit. What are we gonna do next? I want to go to Kara. Let me know if you guys know anything about it in the comments, because I've never been there before. I'm starting to think we're almost too high level for it. Like, it's talking to me like we have to go deep in there now that we're level 20. Rouge Crossing, is that anything? Is that too low level now? Probably. Payneal, is that an option? Stonebrunt, I still want to do like 1 or 2 more videos here, but not. We're almost done in Stonebrunt. We did the entrance. We did one of the kobold camps. We've now done wildlife. I might try to take a look at the rest of the kobold camps and maybe like the docks and the little town, but other than that, we're almost done with. I might do like a Necro video here and try to get an ancient to spawn or something, but Stonebrunt we're almost done with on the wizard. 1 or 2 more videos here, maybe like 1 actually. Maybe 1 more video here, but not anytime soon. Maybe like 3 weeks from now or 2 weeks from now. The Warrens we're not done with. I want to do at least 2 or 3 more times in the Warrens. There's at least 2 or 3 more named I want to see and try to do, and it's really good Zim, and I like it, and there's not that many people there. So I like the Warrens. We're probably going to do at least 2 or 3 more videos in there. Then Kara, I want to make at least 1 video in Kara no matter what, just to have one. But is it going to be good? Are we going to be able to? Is it going to be okay? Is it going to be good experience? It's a dungeon, supposedly. Considered a dungeon. So, I don't know. We'll probably try that next. Kara. And then we'll probably go back to the Warrens, and then maybe back to Stonebrunt for the last time, and then maybe Kara, then the Warrens, and then we'll probably be done over here at that point. Unless there's something to do in Payneal, like some guards maybe, or a Rouge Crossing maybe, but other than that, I think we're going to be out of this area, I would say, in the next, probably by May 1st-ish. We'll probably be out of this area at the latest. I don't know, probably around May 1st. So that's the wizard. He's over here. He's doing these things over here. The Warrens, Stonebrunt, Kara, stuff like that. The Shadow Knight, right now, he's at Geonids and Awakening Lands. I might try to do like a little group action there before we leave. We got Velcators. I might try to do Velcators. I might try to solo something. I don't know. But Shadow Knight, Geonids, Velcators, stuff like that. Maybe like I don't know. Maybe 1 more Geonid video, maybe not. Maybe we go over to Velcators, maybe we don't. Maybe we just kill guards in Caladum or Akanon or Steamfont. Not sure, but something like that. Necro. I want to look around in Permafrost, maybe. And then we got Upper Guck, Lower Guck, Live Side. Getting Necro's buffer would be nice. Maybe I can find a camp I've never done before to get experience. Stuff like that, I guess. Maybe I can take the Necro to the Geonids? I don't know. Enchanter, still don't know what I'm doing with that thing. He's stuck in Thurgadin with nothing to do. I need to get him back to Classic Zones, maybe, or Kunark or something. Maybe I'll take my Enchanter to Kunark since everybody else is in Classic and Valius. That's an idea. Not sure where I would go, but I'll start looking into it. I need to get the Enchanter back in the rotation. And then I'm playing Project Quorum. So Quorum has been coming out on usually Thursdays or Sundays, and sometimes both. And the Beast Lord right now is level 11, I think. And I'm trying to do tailoring. I just kind of started figuring it out. I figured out the wiki for Project Quorum is pqdi.cc. That it's pretty good. It's actually better than P99 wiki right now, like I was saying, because P99 wiki is down all the time. And I'm wondering if that has something to do with a couple of the devs playing Quorum now all of a sudden. Not all of a sudden, but supposedly. It's just kind of weak sauce in my opinion. But gotta do what you gotta do. Play what you want to play. It's EverQuest in the end of the day. Like, missionary or doggy style, right? Got a Spirit Slava? Do I ever, like, just talk about the footage? Pretty much not. Unless I'm doing it live. Boom! And I whack it with my stick, because Belphegor's low on HP, and why not? We'll do a couple more here. We're past the hour mark, so, I don't know. Let's do, like, one more kill. I'm halfway through my level. I do not ding in this session. Trey's level 20. He does not ding in this session. He almost D-leveled. He sent me a screenshot of his experience bar after that death, and he was like as close as you can be to D-leveling. Luckily he didn't though, because level 20 he has spells and he wants So luckily he didn't, but he was as close as you can get to losing his level when he died earlier in this vid. Me, I was like, I had my buffer, so it wasn't even a big deal. And I've since I think I end up at the end of the session needing like just a little bit over a bubble to get to 20. So after this, like I said earlier, I do the entrance, like the ones by the zone line there. They were starting to turn green a little bit, but they were still good enough to get my level. At least over 50% blue. Probably like 75% blue. So I would just, like I said, set a timer, kill the first one, set a 10-minute timer, kill the second one, kill the third one before the timer goes off. Then I could wait, kill the first one whenever I wanted because they're all solo pools, but just making sure to kill the second and third one before the first one's back. Right by the zone line, it was easy. I didn't, it was chill. I got level 20. I even got my buffer still sitting there. Then I go get my spells, and the stupid wiki was down, and I couldn't figure out where to get them, so I had to look on Alakazam. So if the wiki's ever down, you can look on Alakazam. It's not super easy. Like I was looking for, I think, Instill, and on Alakazam it's like INSTILL, and on P99 it's ENSTILL. So I kept typing ENST because I was looking at the game. I was like, or the wiki was kind of working, so it showed which spells. The wiki was kind of working, so it showed like what spells I have at level 20, but I couldn't click on them and see where to get them. So I saw that I get Instill, ENSTILL. So I typed that on Alakazam and it wasn't showing up. There was no results. So I had to like type in root and then look through all of them, and eventually I found it. It was INSTILL, and then it was telling me where to get it in the root in, and I had to go so many different places to get all my spells. Like you got to go to near the bank to get a couple. You get your like direct damage and your shielding and whatnot in the Wizard Guild by the bank, like on the top floor. And then you got to go to the library and go to the top floor to get your teleports. I got import to Greater Fey, Toxilia, and Northern Karana, I think. Those are my first ones. But I had to go to the library, which is like, then I had to go to the top floor there. And then my last spell was Instill, and that was by like the Temple of Divine Light. And I had to go through that building onto the balcony and finally got all my spells. The only one I didn't get was a research spell, and I think it's like the quad kiting spell, unfortunately. But it's cool. I got my ports. My new direct damage does like 50 extra damage now, and it does a stun too, so that's pretty sick. I think I got 2 of them that do that at level 20. Like there's one that does less damage, but like a longer stun or something, and then I have one that does a lot of damage and like a little 5-second stun or something. It's gonna be cool to be doing like a giant nuke that stuns. We'll be doing that. We'll be porting around maybe, and then I got elemental shielding. I got a better root. The root lasts like twice as long now, so I wish I had that when we were doing this. And then yeah, if you guys are interested at all in Quarm, it is EverQuest. You know, you do level way faster, and your first 10 levels you don't lose your corpse or your items, and there's a bazaar, and people are riding around on mounts and stuff like that, so it's definitely easier, but it's still EverQuest, and you can make it hard. That's the conclusion I've come to, you know? Like, if you want to, you can play hardcore or solo self-found. You can not take things from people. You can not chug the experience potion. But even if you just did none of those things, and even if you did solo self-found and hardcore and avoided the experience potion, it's still easier because you just, in general, there's more quality of life and you get experience faster. And I feel it feels like my tiger runs faster than the mobs. Like even when I don't have like if I get in trouble, I can just run away. I don't know, y'all. It's fun though. I'm having fun. I'm still P99 for life though, and every mother effing Wednesday. Right now we're just kind of experimenting with Quarm to see if we can, help the channel. And it's EverQuest. And then once, Monsters and Memories comes out all the way, I'll probably try that. But P99 for life. I hear I'm like one of the only last ones playing it, so please support, man. Hit the like. Please go back on other videos. Make sure you hit like. Hit the like on this one. Leave a comment. That's like hitting like twice pretty much. If you leave a comment, help me out, Is Kara Isle any good? What do you think about the P99 wiki? Like never half the time it's not you can't utilize it these days. What'd you think about the 2 deaths that we took here? What do you think about Stonebrunt? Put something in the comments, please. Even if it's just an emoji. If you can't think of anything or you don't have anything to say, just leave an emoji. Watch time is king on YouTube, y'all. Like, if you want to help me out, well, run them playlists. You can be snoozing or pooping or working. Just run them playlists, man. Appreciate it. These are all the free things you can do. Tell somebody else. Tell your whole guild. Tell your whole Discord. If you got a YouTube channel, tell your whole fan base, share, more people we get, the more likes we get, the more comments we get. Hype it. Go on your YouTube app and hype it. It might not be the only place to hype it, but it's the place I know that's the easiest to hype. And hype helps for sure. If you can please hype these videos, that'd be great. If we get 50 likes on any EverQuest video this month, I will stream EverQuest as soon as I can, Yeah, and if you want to support me and my family and help the channel keep going, super thanks. Become a member. Join the Patreon. Really, really appreciate it. Helps a ton. Keeps the channel going. If you want to keep the only P99 creator going, like do something like that. That'd be great. Because that's what really keeps me going, honestly. It's just like I was talking about earlier. That's the main thing that matters. Everything else comes if you can get that. So would be great. Would appreciate it. Show me how well you all are doing out there. Are you kicking butt in life? Well, show me. Anyway, love you guys. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel down below. I'll see y'all next time. And if you want to see the next one, it's probably going to be Quarm. And then every mother effing Wednesday for this. See you there. Thank you so much. Peace out. You're the best.